Hey guys, Greg with planetgreenzen.com here, and thank you guys for joining this channel. And for those of you who've never been here before, what I'd like to do is actually inspire the world mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially, and just help people not live a mundane hamster wheel rat race type of life. Because like I always say, we're all taught one way, or at least 95% of us are taught just one way to live. And it just doesn't work. I mean, it works for some people, but I just truly believe that all of us are meant for greatness, or meant to share our gifts and talents with the entire world to help us flourish as humans and just to get to the next level in life. So with that being said, today's audio blog so again, for those of you who have just joined, what I've been doing is actually, now again, planetgreenzen.com is my blog, and I've written blogs in what year is it now? 2017. And I think the last blog I actually written was in December 2017. So if you go check out my blogs, they're there to inspire you. I haven't written anything since 2017 in December, but what I did was actually start to transcribe all of these audio blogs into all my written blogs into audio form. So that's why I call this audio blogging. And I just like to speak to them. So now I actually believe the last week I finished my last written blog. So now this is more of just a freestyle type of discussion when I make these audio blogs. So again, today's discussion, guys, is going to be on life. So I want to ask everyone a question. Has anyone ever thought about the meaning of life as far as your purpose? And what I mean by that is, do you feel that your only sole purpose of life is just to work, pay bills, and then die? And that's all that you're meant for. So we come into this world, go through what society tells us to do, go to school, get a good education, get a good job. And most of us do that 40, 50 years. And then, if we make it to our older years, 60s, 70s, 80s, then there's like nothing left. You're too old to really have fun. I get it. Some people retire at 65, 70, and they can travel the world at that point. But why do you want to wait until you're old to travel? Why not do it now? So I believe a lot of us have been taught to exchange our life and our freedom for a W-2. Again, it may be harsh for some people to hear, and I know everyone will not agree with that, but that's just how I feel. So I'm sorry. Again, I don't think every job out there is bad or meant to put you down. There are some great jobs that actually help you feel fulfilled and do things. But again, if your sole purpose is just working and that's all you have time for, when people ask if you're having fun or do you have time to travel, like, I have to work or I don't make enough money. That to me is a problem. Now, I do believe that, again, this is just my opinion, that from maybe 18 to 25, yes, definitely have a job, definitely work for somebody else. I do believe that because it'll give you core values and help you just be well-rounded. But I do believe by the time you hit 25 and 30, somewhere in that range, you should transition to an entrepreneur, because the way I see it, instead of staying at one company for 20, 30, 40 years, you go there 5, 10 years. And then as the next person is coming on, maybe after your second, third year, you start to mentor them so then they can take over your position, and then you go become an entrepreneur. And the same thing they do. They get to that 25, 30 level age group, and then the next person comes in and they mentor them. Then they can take it over again. You're keeping actually jobs out there, because even if you're an entrepreneur, you do need employees. So I get that part. But why not have the employees coach and mentor them to become entrepreneurs, and then they can pass that job down to the next person who needs it? Again, I think that'll work out. But again, that's just my point of view on that. But yeah, guys, so again, do you feel that right now your life, you exchange your freedom and soul and life for W-2? Because if you wake up and it says raining outside and you say, wow, I want to just relax and watch TV at home, if you're married, have a girlfriend or whatever, I want to just relax with her or him, but you can't because you have to work. Or the next day is very sunny, it feels great outside, and you say, hey, let's take a drive down to Sedona or wherever you're at. But you can't because you have to work. Or hey, let's take a 3-week trip, not a vacation, a trip around the world, or 6 months around the world, but you can't because you can't afford it. Again, you should really think about that. Let that seed plant in your mind, and just think about what can you do to actually have a better, fulfilled life. Because Earl Nightingale, the way he put it is, again, this was back in like the 50s or 60s. He says, do a test. This was in the 50s, guys. He says, he said, on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday, when you're not working, go knock on 100 neighbors' doors and ask them a question. What are you doing in this current moment to increase your income? How much do you plan to be worth by the time you're 65? And he said most people would stare at you with a blank stare and then just thank them for their time and move on to the next house. Again, 95% of people will give you that blank stare. 5% will actually have a plan. Maybe they are already living the life of their dreams, but again, something to think about. So that's today's audio blog, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you like what I'm doing and like this message, please share, subscribe, and comment below. Again, what are you doing to help live a better life, to change your paradigm and your mindset, and help become great and help other people build a life of greatness and abundance? So let me know in the comments below. Again, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.